Hi guys, it's Alexa here with Kelowna Now, and I get to sit down. This is the first time I've worked with Melissa and Julia over the years. Kelowna Now's helped sponsoring their golf fundraiser, but I've actually never met you guys in person. So I'm so excited to see your faces and actually be here and tell the world and shine a little light on Julia. So, Julia, do you want to start off and maybe introduce yourself? You can just say, "Hi, I'm Julia."
That's okay.
That's okay. Melissa, can you just introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Melissa. I'm Julia's mom. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes.
We're excited to be here.
So we are going into our 8th year.
Yes.
So this is an annual event for you guys. But let's back it up and maybe talk about why you started this fundraiser. So can we go for people that don't know Julia, what happened? And maybe, it's a long story, but can you just, you had Julia, what age, and when did you find out about this spinal cord injury?
Yeah, so Julia was 17 months old and was a typically developing kiddo, and went to bed one night and was perfectly fine. And the next morning woke up and was not fine, was very lethargic and couldn't sit, stand, or walk. And I'll spare you all the details about how horrific that day was, but fast forward 4.5 days, we ended up in Vancouver, and they discovered that there was a blood clot compressing her spinal cord, which was causing her spinal cord injury, paralysis from the waist down. And that was October 15th, 2015.
Wow, so your life literally changed overnight.
Yeah, it sounds cliche, but it really did.
Yeah. Is this a common injury, or is this very uncommon and they still don't really know why she got a blood clot, correct?
That's right. They don't know why or how it happened, which is really unsatisfying. Like, at least if we could pinpoint as to what happened, but there really was nothing. And no, it's quite rare for children to sustain spinal cord injuries, but especially from nothing traumatic. Like, there wasn't an accident or anything that happened. So it was rather bizarre. Nope.
What's one thing you wish that people understood more about spinal cords? Like, is there research, money going into this finally?
There is a lot of research being done kind of behind the scenes, and as of now, there's no flat-out cure for spinal cord injury. But one thing that we've learned over the years is that a lot of the Canadian, sort of healthcare professionals don't believe that there's any real recovery that can happen, but we've traveled into the US quite a bit, which is something that we're able to now pay for because of this event. And there's a lot of potential for recovery. You just need to have the gumption and the resources and the will, and the time, and give it your all. And that's what we've tried to do.
Amazing. So you really rallied Kelowna community to help. So what is this event about? Can you talk about why you started? Very Okanagan, golf fundraiser, but what was the passion behind running a fundraiser like this?
I've never been a golfer myself, but in the early days of Julia's injury and just trying to raise funds for her various needs at that early stage, we were talking to some friends, and they were like, well, why don't you do a golf tournament? And I was like, I don't know anything about golf, but my background professionally was in conference services at the Delta Grand. And so I knew how to run an event and sort of all of the details. I'm a very organized person, so I'm like, well, I can do a golf tournament. So the rest is history. We started in 2017, and it's been great. We work with Sunset Ranch, and they've just been an amazing partner to us.
So I think I overheard that you guys are sold out again for golfers, but you need support always. What's the most expensive costs for her? Is it therapy? Is it your weekly visits, or is it that going to the States and paying for those specific treatments?
I would say our visits to the States. So we go to Louisville, Kentucky. As of our sort of present situation, we go twice a year for a month at a time. The program is at Fraser Rehab Institute, which is obviously something we have to pay for out of pocket because our Canadian health insurance really doesn't even begin to cover like half of a day there. So yeah, it's quite an expense. It's almost $18,000 for, and that's US dollars for the month, plus of course travel expenses and things on top of that. So we're very grateful that we can host this event and not just ask for donations, you know, for Julia, but like host a really fun event, give people something to come out, have fun, you know, doing an activity that they want to do and give back in the process.
Amazing. So we need people to buy, you could go buy a ticket just to attend the dinner.
We have dinner tickets available for $59. You'll get to meet Julia there, and last year she was actually quite funny. She got up on stage and started cracking jokes, and she was just like the life of the party, and so that was a lot of fun. But we also do like a video and a slideshow to show people kind of, you know, her journey since last year's event, because people want to see what she's been up to and you know how she's doing, and so we like to show all of that.
You look like you do lots of sports. Like, this has not slowed you down. Like, if we went to the website, RJ, quickly and showed some of her photos, like, I was looking on the website and I was like, you do more sports than most kids. Can you tell us a little bit about what you love most?
I like to do wheelchair basketball.
Okay.
I've been doing it for 2.5 years.
I think almost 2 years.
2.5 years.
Okay.
And then you aren't a golfer. We don't really like golf, but usually you're in charge of putting, but not this year.
Not this year.
That's okay. So can we expect another speech from you? Maybe? To be determined. Julia, is there anything that you would want to say to other kids who might be suffering from something? Like, what keeps you motivated? And I mean, you've got loving parents that support you. Is there anything that you love that keeps you fighting hard?
My best friend, we play together every day, and she always comes to my wheelchair basketball practices, and I feel like everyone should have a best friend in their life that has their back all the time.
Wow, I love that. What a good best friend. Have you guys been best friends for a while?
It just started this school year.
Okay, great. Do you go support her as well?
Or
you try?
Not really.
Well, you're so busy with all your own things,
Yeah.
don't you? But we need to make a better effort at that, don't we?
Yeah.
That's okay. Give and take. Gotta give back. Is there anything else you guys want to tell the community? I mean, I get to work with lots of non-for-profits. I get to work with a lot of community. We run our own charity program, and it is amazing how giving our community is. So just thank you to people that are sponsoring you guys. Thanking Sunset Ranch for hosting you for the 8th year. They are looking for auction items, silent auction. So if anyone wants to donate something fun. So when's the big event? August 24th?
Yeah, so Sunday, August 24th, tee-off is at 12:30. It's a shotgun start, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, perfect. Julia, any last-minute words for you? You don't have a nice sign-off. I'm just bugging you. I don't either. Melissa, well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for coming in, Julia, because I know it's kind of scary and nerve-wracking, and you did great. And yeah, we'll just keep fighting for you and getting you money and trying to help figure out maybe a cure down the road.
I think
with
that's
AI and all this stuff. There's just so much out there that it's pretty exciting.
I feel like they're on the cusp of something big in the science, medical science world, and we're just trying to keep her, strong in the meantime, and also just promote as much physical recovery as we can, but also, giving her every opportunity to do all the great sports and activities and make friends, all the things that she wants to do. So just not leaving any stone unturned.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching Kelowna Now, and have a good afternoon.